This is crucial for the Colorado Avalanche, as despite being the best team in the NHL, they are still not immune to having their weaknesses. In fact, they have two of their biggest weaknesses that are actively hurting them heading into the rest of the season that we're going to be talking about today. And that is the power play and the fact that they just can't seem to win in overtime. We're going to be talking about all of that, some possible fixes to the power play, and what the rest of the season looks like battling out with the Dallas Stars right here on Avalanche Digest. Welcome in, everybody. I just want to say thank you so much for 2,000 subscribers. It is a dream to get here. I love you all. I cannot wait to just continue this hockey family that we keep assembling. So if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything coming out of here. But let's just get right into it. So the current standings for the Central Division are a Thunderdome. I mean, the Jets are in free fall, which, I mean, you got to be a sick person if you enjoy the free fall of the Winnipeg Jets. And I'm running at 100 fever if that's the case, because I love to see them just plummet. They're exactly 20 points behind the Colorado Avalanche, who sit at the top of the Central and the top of the NHL. However, what you'll notice is that the Dallas Stars are closing the gap. I mean, obviously, they've played one more game, so there is some wiggle room there, but you're starting to see this really tighten up, and luckily right now with the Avalanche's schedule, they're in the worst and hardest part of it. So the Avs have nothing but smooth sailing after this month, but for this month, it's going to be a battle. And what you'll notice as well, look at the overtime losses for the Colorado Avalanche. I mean, 7. If the Avs win at least half of those, or at least 3 or 4, you're looking at a better lead for the Avalanche right now. But unfortunately, you've just blown games. I mean, primarily in the shootout, which are really frustrating. Obviously, the shootout isn't real hockey, but you're just throwing away points at that moment in time. And it's frustrating to then have direct results in the standings because of it. I mean, you want home ice. The Minnesota Wild are a scrappy and physical team, and you would much rather not play them in round 1. You want to be the team that gets a wild card spot, especially with how soft the bottom of the West is. So that's the biggest problem right there, is OT and shootouts. But let's talk about this power play, because the power play is also starting to lose you games. Now let's look at some stats as well. Oh, look at that. The Avalanche are one of the best goaltending leaders. They allow the least amount of goals in the league. They score the most amount of goals in the league. That's pretty good if you ask me. I'm liking these numbers. Oh, look at that. The Avalanche have the best combined save percentage between both of their goalies in the league as well. I mean, that's fantastic. Oh, that's interesting. The Avs actually aren't in the top 5 of the power play. I wonder about that. Let's check in on that. Oh, I found them. They're at the 24th and 25th spot in the league right now, only clicking at 16%. That is a 16% when you have teams like Dallas and Edmonton and Pittsburgh, of all teams, clicking above 30%. I mean, it's just not right, especially when you have talent on this power play like a MacKinnon, Makar, and Necas. It's unacceptable that you have a power play that is this ineffective. We've tried so much with the personnel, where we've tried to fix it. We've tried to move it around, put guys where they shouldn't be. I mean, what are we doing with Landeskog on the right side? Landeskog is one of the best just tip guys, net front presences in the league, and for some reason you're not playing him net front. There's been a lot of talk, and there's been a lot of speculation over what's happening, and I know Dave Hackstall is the power play coach on paper. And yes, based off of that, he is not doing his job. But you do have to remember, the Avalanche are also one of the best, or the best team on 5v5. And something else that Dave Hackstall does is he manages the forwards. Now, if you guys remember our old power play coach and remember the Avalanche just a season ago, it's Ray Bennett. Do you know where Ray Bennett is now? Well, he's on the Islanders. And if you'll notice, they are the worst power play team in the league. So I don't miss him whatsoever. He can rot on Long Island for all I care. Long Island is a pretty cool place. So, I mean, you don't really rot there. You just hang out. But the point still stands that I think that the Avalanche are in a much better position than they would have been However, it's still not good enough because even with the power play coach getting a change, and yes, the Avalanche have the best 5v5 stats, which, if you remember what the Avalanche looked like last season, they did not look nearly as dangerous as they do now. They look much more tight as a unit. They look much better gelled. And all of that credit has to go to Dave Haxtell. He's a great systems guy. That's always what he's been in his career. And we have to put some respect on that. But the power play, like I said before, is just not good enough. And yes, there are so many things that the power play is just not doing right. They are not getting to the middle of the ice. They are not properly passing like they should be. They make so many passes. They stay so passive. And when it becomes time to take a shot, there's already been a minute passed. It's much better, and the best power plays you've seen this Avalanche team pull off is when there's one or two passes, then a shot. And what better to have when you have two of the best net front presences in the league in Brock Nelson and Gabe Landeskog? Hey, I mean, Val Nichushkin, I don't know if you guys forgot, he's also on this lineup as well. And these are all levers you can pull on this power play, but the Avs refuse to use a single one of them on a team that, quite honestly, just needs to shoot more and just start absolutely ripping pucks on the power play from the best positions they can find it. Why aren't you employing some of the best guys you have to do that job? I mean, I'll show you the stat sheets right here, and this is another point to how good the Avs are. I mean, Brock Nelson is on pace for 30 goals right now, and he only has about 2 goals on the power play. I mean, that is insane. And none of them have come when he was on that brief stint when he was on power play 1 in October. They've all come with him on unit 2. Let's look at Artturi Lehkonen, the guy that everyone, for some reason, wants to put net front on this team. As much as I respect Artturi Lehkonen, as good as he's been for this team, I mean, why are we playing the smallest and shortest guy to try and battle in front of the net out of all of the options you have? It's clearly not working. Lehkonen has done nothing for your power play, and it's time to make a change. I mean, Nelson is not the same guy he was in October. I absolutely think he deserves another chance on being on power play 1, especially since he's tied with second on your team for goals, and he's been probably the best goal scorer for the past month and a half, besides Nathan MacKinnon, of course, and maybe Martin Necas as well. I mean, you look at this roster top to bottom, and you have so much depth. You have your top guys pulling the way. It's not just scoring by committee. But after that, you have Victor Olofsson playing well. You have Brent Burns and Malinsky, Nichushkin, Landeskog, even Ross Colton, all playing great minutes for you. And it's not a team that should be suffering as much on the power play like they should be. And frankly, the personnel changes on the power play are just the start of it. Obviously, it's all mental. The Avalanche have to go out there and play the power play like they should be. They need to attack the dangerous areas. They need to not be stubborn with their passing. But I don't know why we're still trying this with playing Gabe Landeskog on the wall. We're still trying Lehkonen net front when you have Nelson. I mean, even Nichushkin, who's a guy that's been really great for you net front. Landeskog is one of the best net front presences in the league. It's time for a personnel switch. Me personally, I would also like to see Victor Olofsson back on this power play. I think he has an unreal shot. He brings you the option of a right side threat that you just don't really have with any other player on that side. They tried Brock Nelson on that wall where Landeskog is now. I don't see the reasoning for it. Nelson has been one of the best net front bumper players in his career. It's what he was doing on the Islanders, and even with not very little power play time, he's not on power play 1. He's still on pace for 30 goals on 5v5. So I think it's time to give Nelson a shot. I think it's time to give Victor Olofsson a shot. But let me know what you guys think down below. This is probably the 2 biggest weaknesses that the Avalanche have right now. You couldn't really find a lot others. Still want to say this team is fantastic. Grateful to watch them every day. Can't wait for the game later tonight, and I will see you in the next one.